Hello and welcome to episode 101. We made it. We made it past the troublesome 100. I don't know why it was, but yes I do, the internet. We're not going to go on about that, are we? No, we're not. We're sat on the Cross City line, Dudderson to be precise, and yes, we're watching a load of Class 101s going by. I thought that was rather apt, given the episode number. But anyway, I want to mention something it's been said in the comments a few times, and I've admitted it myself. Every time I go to pick somewhere to take a look at, the trains vanish. Yes, they do. I don't think we're going to have an issue with Dudderston. Dudderston on the Cross City line is absolutely jam-packed with 101s at the moment. You'll notice, however, I have been electrifying it. Yes, that's under construction. Boy, did that cause some issues. Not so much here, but at Aston, which we'll take a look at in a little while. We've got LED signals now, rather than semaphores. The 101s do look a little out of place, don't they now? But I would say it's okay in the 80s to have 101s still running, even if they are in orange. I believe some in Scotland are orange, or were orange I should say. They're no longer. Or are they? Are there any 101s still running up in Scotland? I don't know. Drop a comment below. That'd be cool to find out. Maybe we can find a video on it. But yes, Dudderston, Cross City line, going way back, several episodes, tens of episodes. When we were putting in the Cross City line services, I was overly worried about how close the trains were. They were nose to tail almost. Well, not quite. Here we go. I mean, we could just look here. They're not that close together. And so I looked at a cool little website. It's called RØDE. Yes, I think that's what it is. RØDE.co.uk. I'll put a link in the description below. But I was watching that. It's a live look at the signal blocks and where trains are in each block. And goodness me, the Cross City line is absolutely nose to tail. I was surprised. There are trains waiting to get into stations. There are trains stuck behind each other. So yeah, this is fairly accurate. Yes, so Cross City line. Shall we zoom out? We've been here for quite long enough. We've got a lot to do today, a lot to build in 45 minutes. Yeah, it went well last week, didn't it? We did it in 45 minutes. Bring up the UI. We got a crazy build. I am kind of putting it off because I know it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to get Walsall in, but oh no, guys, I forgot to show you this. You probably know, but the fence mod I've been using has new fence. Look, it's got a brick wall, and there are various designs with that brick wall. If we go into where are you? You'll be fences. If we go, I will find it. Here, look at all these now. Brick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 8. And then we've got Villa, which does some nice stuff. Alright, I'll put them in. Just so you can get an idea of what these ones are. We'll just put them down here. And then create that. Look at that. You get all sorts of new types of fences to play with in here. So you've got 3 types of villas. Plates, rather nice. You have to delete them like this. Or via the bulldozer tool that you've seen before. There we go. And the plate one we're probably going to use quite a bit. Still no typical countryside stone walls, but that's fine. I'm totally happy that these are here. So you got this one as well. Look at that. You can just draw these in. I love this. I love this a lot. Good job on that. I didn't know it had an update. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that. There we go. Look at all the Class 101s. It is episode 101. That is awesome. Alright, so Aston, what happened? That was colliding with all the things. we've got East Anglian Train Spotting's house nearly took a nosedive. Luckily, I repaired it. It did look a bit worse for wear for a little while. I had to rebuild this section. However, I did go in and tidy the end bit up on this side. It looks kind of like it should be there. And I like this. I like this a lot. I kind of want to do that texture all the way, this kind of effect with a layered type step going across there. Maybe some fences. I don't know. I would probably do something on this side as well. I see someone snuck a little shed in there, which is interesting because the next bit along is a bit of a bushery that is, let's get to that, that is was blocking the AI from building. I should really extend that. Let's quickly pause it. If you don't do this bush at the side, it will make well, the AI will make a mess of your pretties. We don't want that, do we? Plan. I mean, we could do one of the fancy fences, but it wouldn't really go. Let's stick with boxwoods. We should be able to just take it in there like that. There we go. Gives it a nice edge, and hopefully they don't decide that building there is a good choice. Or even possible. There we go, let's play it. Hopefully he doesn't do it. I mean, we won't know yet. But yes, it's been rebuilt and we're electrified. And we're also high-speed track. It's looking like it's getting ready to be all electrified. It's going to be a while. It's not going to be until the 90s. We're still in 1982 before the whole of the cross-city line is electrified. Where is the rest of it? It goes off this way. But the bit we're interested in heads off up here. Quickly, before we get going, I would just like to thank everybody for the warm welcome back in the comments, and for everybody who's watched and came back and watched. Oh, it made me smile. Ear to ear. It was absolutely wonderful to see you all again. And it makes it easier to get back into it. As you can see, we've got another Thursday episode. But, shall I stop talking? I'm waffling. Shall we bulldoze something, Mr. T, and start building? It's because you're scared. That's what it is. I'm just staring at this going, how am I going to turn this section of map into Walsall Station? Well, you've got to get your hands on the mouse would be a good idea. Oh dear, here we go. We're going to pause it, obviously, otherwise people are going to be rather upset. Because they're obviously not going to be upset if I bulldoze everything. Knock this back. This is going to be the start. This one's going to be going to the outside platforms. Let's pick us, we're just going to go with 125. There we go. Okay, 125. That's going to be heading that way out. This is just going to follow it round. From what I can see, it sort of goes across like this. This is going to be mostly underground. I've thought about the two plans. Plan A, we manually build like a concrete section over the top, and we place some of those new snazzy buildings up on top. I mean, that will be the first idea. Unfortunately, we don't have any, or I don't think we have any multi-story car park assets. And that would have been ideal. The option B, if that fails miserably, is to actually build a massive tunnel or a mound and do it that way and have it as a proper tunnel. I mean, that does make sense. And could I trust that Transport Fever wouldn't wreck the switches underneath an actual tunnel? I would do it. However, we all know what can happen when that goes in. So there we go. We're having that there. So we're going to need a little bit more out this way. I'm not sure how this goes. I really am not. I'm going to say it goes like that and then branches off here. That's what I'm going to say. It's definitely not going to be overly quick. And then we're going to have to come round. We should be able to get the other one in like so. That, to me, I believe, is what goes on underneath that tunnel. It's something like that. Freight tends to go past here and joins on. Yes, alright. That's what you're going with. That's what you're going with. Now, let's get us a station, shall we? Alright. After much deliberation, I have chosen upon a design for Walsall Station, and you'll be pleased to know, or surprised, it is not the ultimate station. The ultimate station didn't give me what I needed, and I was going through all of these. It's actually the flexible station. I tried advanced, it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, and I also tried the ultimate station. I went through all of these. It was taking far too long, so it was time for a quick edit, because I was up to 20 minutes, and given that it's a 45-minute episode, that wouldn't have worked out too well. I tried plus, that also didn't give me what I wanted. This is about as close as I wanted to go. Any further and it started to get really bizarre, and so this is what we've got. Can we hook up to something? That's all we need to know. Yes, we can, and it looks like it might work. If we extend, how far are we? We're going to have to be much closer to this junction, I think, in order to fit all this in and swing round. What we're going to have to do is bring this back to here. I'm not going to make it very quick, maybe about 30 if we can manage it. Yes. And this is going to continue round where it was. I know it looks the same at the moment, however, bear with me. This is going to branch off and head. If I hold shift, I can get this nice and smooth, hopefully. Yes. There we go. We'll worry about connecting it up in a touch. We're going to extend this one. Hopefully we can get this working. Right, let's get you in there. Destroying someone else's house. That is perfect. Well, it's not perfect. It'll do. I would like it to be exactly like Walsall Station, but it's not. It is close though. Super close. Now, what do we do with this section? I believe we should work this in direct. I feel like this is the main line going in. That's not gonna, it's gonna be too tight, isn't it? Oh no, there we go. Now, will this fit in? If it does, we're in a good place, guys. I love it. That's probably a little too tight, but we are a bit stuck on angles. That's bad news. That's bad news. Ooh, I was hoping this would work, but it hasn't left enough room. Well, sugar. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll just have it on the left. There we go. Now can we put it in? It is actually there's no connection that side. So I mean, we'll live with it. We'll live with it. Now, will it let us put ballast in the middle? Because that's technically what it is. If it does, we're in a good place. If not, we could maybe colour that in. I don't know. We'll see. Colour that in. Yes. And suddenly I'm a child again. Although it does do something nice with the catenary, doesn't it? I do kind of like that. Where it branches it fully across. Okay. No, I am happy with that. That's close. That's close to Walsall. Remember, we're gonna have the tunnel up to about here. I don't know where we're putting the entrance yet. This is all kind of an outline. Not kind of an outline. Is an outline. We're gonna have a road bridge would be across here. The pedestrian one's going to be across there. The road bridge obviously has to be a real bridge. We do have Walsall separated though, don't we? Yes. Are they? It's all Walsall. Yes, brilliant. I don't want to get rid of this side. Can we get what I need to get? It's probably about there would do us. We just need a little bit of a bridge. We can probably make some extra side work here. This is not how it's going to be fully. This is just to give us somewhere to put our feet down for our bridge. We'll use the same trick that I always use, and that is to lower the track either side with trees. That's not something I've ever done, and it wouldn't work. Right? No. What we're going to do, be serious, is we're going to lower this down either side just to get the road bridge across. It's going to be 100% road bridge, probably up to about there. Okay, let's just dig us some holes, and hopefully we can make this look nice. Okay, what's the highest we can do this? We want, I would say, just a normal road like so. We can get this. Oh, you just go in there then. I mean, that would be terrible if it just went straight in, wouldn't it? Be amazing. I might just take that. How high is that? It's kind of beautiful. It gives us a little bit more room to do some manual building, which is what we're going to be doing. This is going to be the actual road connection. All of this here is going to be fake. And, well, not fake. It's going to be a real tunnel. But it's going to be fake buildings. We're not going to let them build all over there. Okay, I'm a little bit more confident. Not overly. Oh, look, official episode. It was pointed out to me that I forgot to say that. Or did I even smooth? I can't remember. But I forgot to say official episode. I mean, it wasn't really official, was it? I mean, nothing happened. Other than me waffle on for a long time. And maybe fix a few things. Right, let's get that in there. That's kind of the high street. How are we doing on this side? Don't destroy all of this. We can bring that in that way, maybe. Okay, I'll take it. It's a bit bumpy there. I don't like that. Let's get rid of this. We'll do this again. I know I'm destroying everything when I said I wouldn't. It would help if I had planned this better and knew what the actual street layout was. However, we just need a bit of a start, don't we? And that's what we've got, guys. We have the starts of Walsall. I kind of like it. Most of this is going to be detailing. Super official, just to make up for the Sunday's episode. We're getting back into it. We're going to do cool stuff. And we're going to have Walsall on the main line. Technically, what we do have here, there's going to be there's supposed to be kind of a, we don't have much room. We might be able to fit a multi-storey car park there of sorts. It will be a bit ugly, but how many beautiful multi-storey car parks have you seen in the UK? I haven't seen many. Right, let's pick our tracks again. Keep with the catenary. 125. This is the main line, I would say. It goes from 2 to 4. We're not going to have much room though, are we? Some of this detailing around here is going to have to vanish. That's how that does, though. I will take that. And this is then coming in like so. I'm pretty happy with that. It might actually... Can we extend this a little further? We're going to have to start swinging around that way, aren't we? Straight away. That's fine. That's fine. This is what it does, sort of. If we put it there, and then we can... Yeah, that's done it, guys. Now remember, this section, underground. How are we going to do that? I don't know. Probably a bit cheaty, but that's how you do things. As long as it looks cool, which I'm a bit worried about right now. This has got to all be covered. All of it. I mean, I guess we could use... We could use ballast to draw with. I mean, we've got this outside track. However, I feel like there's a gap. Up to about here would be nice. Right, let's go back to ballast with no catenary. Let's just break my scroll wheel. Right, this one should be straightforward. If we go from... If we go from here, that will work for me, I think. That'll work for everybody else. I think so. And then we'll draw it around like that up to the bridge. Yes. That looks nice. We can do the same here, but we do want a gap. So if we can do it there, we'll get the correct height. And it should be flat. Doesn't have to be perfect. We take that up to the bridge and keep it flat. There. That's going to be our building blocks. Just there. It'll also stop the AI from building roads, etc. There we go. This is going to be a bit of a two-parter, isn't it? I believe we're going to be continuing this on Sunday. Once I realise that I've done it all wrong. No, it'll be fine. It will be fine, he says. I'm sort of happy with it so far. Now, we want to get some building blocks. Do you reckon I should save this? We've kind of got a good start, haven't we? Ignore this. We're going to gently lower this. Hopefully they'll build back quite a bit. Okay, before we get going, I should go over quickly what I chose for the settings. We'll just scroll down. Obviously, we don't need the external or the secondary entrance because it didn't quite work as planned. But there you go, 1990. Well, that would be just left only. Spacing 10 meters. We've got three tracks. 160 meters. I think that will be good enough. High speed. Catenary 1990s. Just to make the platforms look newish. I mean, technically, right, we could go with that. I mean, that, ooh, do you know, it's sort of an idea that I might just do. Oh, no, because it makes a mess of the coverings. And I don't think you can turn them off. Anyway, this is how I've got the little curve at the end. And you see it just curving off towards the end. It's just a little bit there. You can maybe do more, but I think that's a little too aggressive. And then we've got medium street connection, maximum street length 20, urban new, slope direction, we don't want any of that, that's after it. Brief overview before we get on to doing the sort of entrancey place for the tunnel. How are we going to do it? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Sometimes I wish I'd planned these. There we go, done. We're just going to whack one of those in. No, we're not. No, we're not. Let's get to our building blocks, which is this and that. We all know these. This is going to be the main bridge section across the top. Now, if you go for the variant, you can have it. Oh, it does it wrong, doesn't it? But we could manually do it though. Yeah, you need it to go the other way. It doesn't do what I want it to do, but that's fine. We could maybe make it work. You would need the tracks going opposing. How would I achieve that? I don't really see it. Here's what I want to avoid with this build is putting tracks on. But if we hold shift and I do it like this, and we go for not width, wrong one. Well, we could do width actually. It's just going to be concrete, isn't it? So let's pick concrete first. If we go max, what's the sort of site? Do you know, it's perfect. If we go 7, be more like that. If we go like that and hold shift, is that about perfect? Then we can use shift, press right mouse button to cancel out of the menu. The scrolly menu down here, right mouse button, takes you out of there and into the game world. M and N to get us, is that about right? I wish I would tilt up more. No, you want one more round. There we go. That looks a bit wonky. We might have to do something about that. But what I want it to do is at least go full on across, and we'll come out a little bit more. Page up. Shift page up. Let's get it roof height. As long as it hides the catenary. We put it there for now. That is about 1,000,000 miles too low. It's alright, we got the thingy though, haven't we? We've got a marker to go by. Let's keep going. It's actually going to be quite high. We want to just hide the top, don't we? Like that. That's what we want to hide. Get rid of this one. How's that? That's kind of beautiful. We have a roof, guys. Ignore the stuff that you can see that, oh, this is going to be... This is why I like to snap it, you see. Because otherwise you've got to mess around doing this business. And it's not easy. Or pleasant. It's just a pain. To line this up. You need like the patience of a saint, really. Or me with my internet company. Which weren't very well. Stop dwelling. You see, we got a problem. Yeah, that's why I like to get the lines. But how would we achieve that without having bridge bits going over the top and making things really difficult? I mean, I guess we could line it up and see. Can we? Is that about perfect? That was about perfect, wasn't it? I think it's about as close as we're getting. Come on. Come on. It's awkward. Well, yes, it doesn't need to be perfect. It does need to be... Oh, don't connect. Don't connect. Don't ruin my day. We'll get rid of that track if need be. Yes, get rid of that track. You can go back in a minute. Oh, now it's reset this. Come on. Sometimes I'd like it to remember, other times I wouldn't. But how do you choose? Right, that's way too high. That looks about right. I'm gonna do it. You're right-ish. No, you could go at 1. Go at 1. There we go. Is that about right? Yes, it is. Delete that. You forgot. Oh, it's painful. This is what you don't see usually. I just go and sit here, and because I don't have to speak about it or show anybody or make it remotely entertaining when I'm doing it alone, it's not too bad, because you literally just fiddle around with it until it all comes together. The only thing you guys see then is the end bit, and I go, look, isn't that nice? But what you don't see is all this. It doesn't help that my mouse DPI is through the roof. Let's turn the DPI down on the mouse. No, even more then. There we go. Because we want it to just... This is overly... Yeah, this is too accurate really for what I'm trying to do. I don't know why I'm doing this. Stop it. Just put it in. I'll tell you why. Oh, okay, now the DPI is awful. I'll tell you why. It's going to be surrounded. As long as it looks okay underneath. Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be surrounded by brick. It's at the sides. So, like, that was just too much. You don't need to do it. You just need to make a roof. That's all you're doing. Just be close. Just be super close. And then stop snapping to stuff. Please stop snapping. Okay, I'm holding shift and it's just... Now we got that same issue again. Where it's reset. Thank you. Love it. Hey, maybe stuff will be a little bit easier. Or I've forgotten how to build things and there's a better way of doing this. Although I don't think there is. Right, we need to shift this round now. Make a bit of a curve. There we go. We're using the ballast on the floor to do the brick wall, so that's a little bit easier. Right. Okay. This is going to need to be about spot on, isn't it? Do that. We're a bit higher there because we've got a bit of a raised section. But we should be on for an okay connection. Stop connecting to the track. Oh, it's brilliant. Come on, get in. Stop. Stop, please. It was perfect, sort of. Oh, and now I'm connecting to the ballast, aren't I? Here you are. Come on. You just need to... Do you know what? Don't even do that then. We're going to have to redo this section anyway. What we could do is keep that straight. That's not straight. None of that straight. Keep that straight and just fill in the gap between the... If I left myself... If that's about perfect, it'll be amazing. If it's not, it doesn't matter. But yes, you know what? Take it. Yeah, no, it's gone a bit high, hasn't it? Do that again. But this time, it might... Actually, I've done it again, haven't I? You didn't need to do any of that. You could have just left it. It would have been fine. There we go. That is fine. Okay, so we have it. We have the starts in. We're going to have to rebuild this bit of track. The good thing about this is when it comes to cab rides and maybe camera views, we can get right into the tunnel without any collision with the bridge, because there won't be a bridge or a tunnel. That would be nice. Right, you're going there. And you're going there. I think we have a winner. So that's that bit done. Now, everything on top, we're gonna have buildings up here representing what's going on. The side of the walls. And we're gonna go back to our buildy tools. We want these. Obviously, let's reset everything. We don't want a massive. We do want brick. I'm gonna say, is that a nice brick? It's kind of more of a red brick. Do we have red brick? I mean, that's close, right? 4. Quite close. Colours that? Yes. But we're not having it that mahoosive. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Right, we're going to use this here to build that. Like this. And we're going to This is the start of the tunnel section. But we are doing it via tracks on this one. Now we can use this to set the height and everything. That is beautiful. We do want the little beam to come across. One there and one there. I don't mind it going over the platform. Can we see the beam? Yes, we can. It's not quite the same though, is it? That's not good. That's more like it. We're kind of skew-whiffy. I bet because they're not lined up. But now I kind of want it this side closer. There, that'll do. We could bring this out better. I did say I was going to straighten this up anyway, didn't I? I mean, in fact, what we could do is we're going to have to zoom in under here. If we use the same trick to get this up, let's go with the ballast again. There we go. We got the ballast in. And then if we go from there, we should be at the right height and everything. Right, now let's draw that nice and flat. Like so. And then come straight round. Yes. And are we flat and straight? I think we are. And are we level? No, we're not. Never mind. Well, we could just knock it off there. Let's do that. And we can get rid of that section. Close enough? Possibly. If we put that in there, like so, and then we use this bit again to take that bit out. Stick it out so we can see it and delete it. Then we go that and that. Nice and tidy. Love it. There we go. I do like that. Now, there's like a building on top. What buildings do we have? That's the question. And we have quite a few to choose from, really. Not those. As cool as they are. We do have these types of buildings from... Don't want to touch any of that. We have these. There is one that I've seen, which is rather nice. We have... Well, we could kind of go modern, but they are brick. I don't think any of these... These are all... Oh, well, we do have brick there, but they're massive. I think they're a little too massive. Or maybe not. I don't know. Let's page up. Oh, but they've got the feet underneath. Is there any way we can get rid of the feet? That's a shame. Yeah, we can't do these because they've got bottoms. Big bottoms. Oh, grow up. Yeah. Oh. I mean, we can do these at the side. That's fine. We can do them at the side if need be. But we can't do them... We can't actually do them there. Oh, but they will work for part of the wall. I'm sort of down with that. We've got to find something. We have to find something. And it has to be to my liking. Which means hunting. A lot of hunting. This one might work. Might. If we page... Oh, not that one. It's not that one though, is it? There's a brick. There's a nice brick one. I think it's one of these. That one might do it. Now we've got to do the same shift thing. If we can bring this... We can bring this down. Okay, stop connecting the things. Are we touching? I think we're touching. I don't want it to go through the bottom. And yet I want it to be... You should see my hands on this keyboard. It's like a private game of... what's it called? I can't remember it now. The one where you got to put your hand on red, green, feet on blue. Twister. That's what it's like. Because I've got confused with hand placement. I'm determined to get this in, guys. And looking sort of okay. That's what I'm going to take at this time. If we put it one there and one there, I'm hoping, if that's lined up perfectly, you're a genius. Right. Do you know what? I think I'll take that. That's not a bad start. We can cover the sides a little bit. We can put a beam across. So let's go back to the other tools. It's not easy, is it? It certainly is not easy. But it's, do you know what? It's okay. I'll take the challenge. Take the challenge. That's a nice thing to have. Which way round does that go? They all go sideways, don't they, with the track? I know why, but it still makes me sad sometimes. If we go down with this, variant B, can we get a bit more on the... That's the wrong one, isn't it? We don't want the width. Keep that skinny. We want the length. If we bring this down, right mouse button. There we go. And you go in somewhere like so. I want it to intersect with everything. We go there. How's that looking? Oh, do you know what? It's kind of nice. I think I'll take that. I kind of like it. It's working as I plan. If that's... Oh, you pilchard. Never mind. I take it back. It's horrible. Shift page down. Just a couple. Right, let's do this again and not mess it up. Trying to do this without wireframe is rather difficult. I don't know what I'm doing now. You're miles up in the air, sir. Get that down. Oh, what it is I keep forgetting that I need to hold shift. Right, just there. Alright guys, I think we've got the start. If you can picture what we're doing here, we're going to go all the way along as well with these. Alright, so yeah, thinking about it further, I say we go back to these for the mid-wall sections. I quickly edited and made one because the dog barked at the mailman. Yes. But anyhow, yeah, I've gone for this. This is this one, and then made it super skinny. And if we use that, it will make a nice partition in the middle of the, if we eyeball it, in the middle of the platform, like so. That gives us our tunnel entrancey bit. Yeah, I know, we're ruining the aesthetics just a touch, but it makes for a good partition, I feel. I don't know how it actually goes. If we get it lined up a bit better. Is that about spot on? It looks nice, doesn't it? We can take that all the way to the end then. We might have covered a bit too much of the platform, but I think I'll take it at this point. I think we're going to leave it there, guys. And we're going to come back and I'm going to do stuff like this. In the break in between episodes. Yes, that's probably a good idea. So I'll tidy up some of the other parts, the connecting underneathy parts that make. Well, I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah, I'll think about it. What do you reckon, guys? It's a start. There's more to that than I thought. What we could do to properly end it is continue the Birmingham New Street to Rugeley line now. Can now, if we, where do we end at the moment? Bloxwich. If we then go to Walsall, it doesn't matter which one we use, and then back to Bloxwich, I think we're good. I think we're good. This is where we find out there is an issue with the electrification, so if we play that, it doesn't matter which platform. It's interesting it chose 3. As platform 3 is the terminating platform. However, it's for trains heading to Wolverhampton that way, and probably a few others. This is the through lines. Our train will actually be coming through this way and going that way on platforms 1 and 2. But that is the start. It doesn't look much at the moment. What we've got to do for Sunday is we'll finish this off, or get it looking a little nicer. I'll take a look at some more videos and pictures and try and just make it look like the built over area that exists. After that, we've got to swing round rather rapidly and fit some junctions in. I'm a little bit concerned about how much room we've got, because we're supposed to be heading to Hampstead there, and we're going to have to condense this, aren't we? It's the only way I can see it. We've got to somehow branch this way up to Willenhall. We've gone a bit low, haven't we? I can't move it all now. We're going to have to make it work, guys. It's in roughly the right place. That's the annoying thing. But we're going to have to swing round this way. Let's get the smoothing tool. Make it big so you can see what we're doing. We're going to have to come round this way, and then there's going to be like another track come in there. And it's going to have to go through underneath and connect up with this just here. No, I think we can make that work. And like I said, we're going to over-exaggerate, and we're going to have the massive sidings fill all this empty area. We can swing this round and down. Yes. No, guys, we have a plan. We're going to do that. Probably not all of that in one episode. However, we will get this looking nice, I hope. No issues at the moment. We should have our trains on the way down. We might have to put a few more on. I don't know. I don't know the actual timings on them. Or how frequent they are. We'll see. I'd imagine they're quite frequent. So yes, our class... what are these? 313s? 313s, aren't they? You only just saw them last week, and you love them, and you still can't remember that they're 313s. Of course they are. Goodness me, you've been thinking about stations for too long. So yes, our trains are going to make it all the way down here now, and to Walsall. We're sort of connected, aren't we? Walsall has joined the network, sort of, just not fully. That might happen on episode 103. I'm going to put a timer on it. Yeah, I think we'll connect that up. At least... No, I'm not putting a timer on it. It's probably going to be 104. What are your predictions? When is this section of Walsall going to connect into Hampstead and into the full line up here? We've got this bit as well. It makes a little triangle there. Okay, wrap it up, Gran. You can't look there, though, can you? Let's end on the Cross City line, because we know it's busy. This is where I curse the Cross City. Are you building there? Did you ignore? You ignored it. You know why, don't you? This is that issue. That's that issue where I've put it too close. Yeah, sir. Please don't. Oh, and now I can't get the bushes gone. Oh, that's awkward. I will sort that out. I don't know why I deleted it. It's just going to build there again. Let's look here, shall we? Since I did a bit of work here. That has been episode 101. We're going to end a little further down the line at Aston from Duddeston. Duddeston's just around the corner up there. And we're going to look at some more Class 101s. Hope you enjoyed that one. There was a bit of building again. We're going to get into it. I'm going to get a lot more done, I think, over the next few episodes. A lot more done than I did when I had a month off, that's for sure. Right, so I'll leave you with some trains. I'm going to curse it, aren't I? There's going to be... There has to be trains. No, I can see one in the background. Brilliant. Alright then, guys. Until next time. Take care.